lovely human. Welcome to The Little Flower. If you haven't been to my channel, my name is Krista and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. So for today's reading, the prompt that came through is, you are a being of creation. Honor the timeline of the birth of your creation. So my intention for this is to tap into the energy of the gestation period and the, of course, inevitable birth of whatever it is you are creating in your life. So we have 3 beautiful yellow Gerbera daisies to choose from. Go ahead and choose group number 1, group number 2, or group number 3, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to The Little Flower. If you haven't been to my channel, my name is Krista and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. So for today's reading, the prompt that came through is, you are a being of creation. Honor the timeline of the birth of your creations. So my intention is to tap into the timeline of the gestation and birth of whatever it is that you're creating in this life. You can set an intention of what you're creating before we get into it, whatever works for you. But ultimately, I want to bring forth this energy of honoring the timeline of things. You can't expect a flower to bloom before it's perfect and right time, and you can't expect your creations to come into fulfillment before they're fully ready and before they're fully rooted and grounded in the way that they need to be. So that's kind of the energy we're tapping into. We'll see how this reading unfolds. I am pulling 5 tarot cards from the Muse Tarot today. And you chose group number 1 with the yellow Gerbera daisy. Gerbera daisies are symbolic of optimism, joy, and inspiration. And I'm hoping these readings will bring you just that. So, all right, let's see what cards you got. 6 of Cups, 6 of Emotions, 7 of Swords or 7 of Voices, Queen of Voices or Queen of Swords, the Tower, and the Empress. Beautiful. You've got 2 major arcanas, which suggests a major life shift. The Empress is a card of creativity, a card of creation. She is the mother of the tarot. She's often depicted as a pregnant woman. So that's very fitting for a reading like this when we're talking about the birth of your creations and the gestation, the timeline of that. Sometimes when I'm doing a reading, I get a tickle in my throat and I have to cough. And I feel like that's just indicative of a throat chakra clearing. A lot of times I remember people would come into this place that I worked. It was a float spa. And instantly when they'd come into my presence, I'd feel that tickle and I'd want to cough, and I'm just like, whoa, that person really needs to clear their throat chakra. So I think that's relevant for you, and it makes sense considering your central card here is the Queen of Swords, which is a powerful card of speaking your truth, a powerful card of knowing your worth, knowing who you are. And I feel like you're being called to truly speak your worth and speak your creations into existence with a powerful and confident stance. So whatever you need to do to get yourself to that powerful and confident stance is really what is being called upon you right now. So if you need to meditate to get yourself into alignment with your truest nature, with the truest essence of your voice and what you know to be true about your life path, about what you're creating in this world, do that. Don't underestimate the power of getting into alignment and meditating. And meditation can come in so many different forms. The intention here is to take time out of your day to give your spirit and soul space to breathe and space to speak. What we want to do is we want to get into a space where spirit and soul are louder than the limiting voices, louder than the doubts, louder than the pressure, louder than the worry that things aren't working out according to the right timeline. We want to get to a point where we're so integrated and we're so rooted in our spirit and our soul that the voices of doubt kind of just ping off of us, as opposed to really have a say in the way we go about our day. If you ever come across a moment with the Seven of Swords can be about confusion, inner trickery. And if you ever come across a moment where you are confused or where you're feeling like you don't know what step to take next, but you feel that pressure to perform or that pressure to create, the most important thing to do in that moment is to get into alignment first. It may feel counterintuitive to your mind and to your logic, but it's important that you go out in nature or you get on the meditation mat, you do yoga, exercise, whatever you need to do to get into alignment and to get into flow and to activate that line to your spirit. And from there, you will know what to do. Please, please, please don't force yourself to work or to create when you're in a place of ambivalence or when you're in a place of confusion or not really even knowing why you're doing what you're doing. You're just forcing something into existence. Please do not do that. The Tower is a pretty powerful card to get. I kind of love it next to the Empress though, because what is creation without destruction? So what is falling out of your life? Can you look around you and can you see exactly what is crumbling? Can you sense that something's about to crumble? Is that evoking fear within you? There is a feeling of ultimate trust. Look at this woman on this Tower card. She's falling with the rock, but she knows she's safe. She's standing in her power. And she knows this is a part of the creation process. Whatever it is that's falling out of your life is exactly what is meant to fall so that your creations, this Empress energy, can be birthed through you. It's like something being birthed from a void, entering into the void and coming out like the phoenix rising from the ashes. With the Six of Cups being about memories, being about the past, being about childhood, I'm getting a feeling of joy and gratitude. Your inner child is speaking to you right now, saying, thank you so much for bringing me along for this journey. You have honored me every step of the way, and I couldn't be more grateful. You have taken detours in your life to make sure that none of you is left behind, to make sure that I was never left behind. Thank you, thank you, thank you for honoring me. I love you. Because you've honored me so, you will experience so much more freedom and joy in your life than you can imagine. Because you've healed me, you've retrieved me from the depths of the darknesses, of the shadows of my past. Because you've believed in me, you've seen me as pure and good. Because you saw me as worthy of bringing me along with you into the beauty of your future. You walk forward feeling whole, complete, and free. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There could be a birth of a literal child for some of you. I'm getting that energy coming through. And there could be even some of you who have had detours in your life that you didn't expect or that you didn't plan, but nonetheless were a part of your destiny. And this some of this could have been having a child or having children. Maybe some of you had children young or had children at times when you didn't expect to, and that inner child message that I just gave you could be coming from your actual child. Take that as it resonates. For those of you, obviously not all of you have children who are listening to this reading, but could be your inner child, of course. Ultimately, you are so honored and looked up to. There's just such a strong energy of thank you for protecting me. And however that lands for you, however that resonates, and it feels like it's coming from a child. Thank you for protecting me. Thank you for keeping me safe. And it's like a child looking up to a parent and seeing them as the most beautiful, smart, pretty, funny, loving, kind, amazing person. And you being worthy of being looked up to. You are so loved and honored, especially by your inner child, especially by the children in your life. And there's so much support from that energy, that inner child or those children or that child, for you to go after your dreams and for you to set your sights on what you truly want to see happen in your life. In fact, they think that's the coolest thing ever. They think you're the coolest thing ever. And there's an excitement coming through. They're excited to see how you move forward and what you create. And they're excited to go on this adventure with you. And the very fact that you're deciding to go on the adventure means you're honoring their desires, because their adventurous spirit is a part of this whole thing. Some of you may feel like doubt that you're going in the right direction, or that you're not honoring this inner child or this child in your life in the right way. You could be worrying about the steps you're taking. This over here, the Seven of Swords with these foxes, and the card being about deception or confusion. And there's this beautiful bridge with this golden doorway, and you're meant to walk through the doorway. It just looks like you're going to be walking through some of those limiting voices and doubts to get there, and that's okay. You are safe to move through the doorway. You are safe to put yourself first in some aspects. In fact, this is what's best for everyone. And you're being called to exist in honor for all of you and walk forward confidently. And know that no piece of you could ever be left behind, because you're such a being of great honor. And it's intentional. And you know that your soul will stop you if there is something, a loose end that you need to tie up that you haven't tied up yet. Or if there is some part of you that you're not honoring or that you've left behind that you need to bring along, you know that you'll come back and get it, because that's just the integrity of your soul. That's who you are. Don't worry about moving forward, because all of you is on board. You have not lost or left behind any part of you or anyone else in your life. The ones who are meant to be on board with your journey are there, are right with you, supporting you every step of the way, uplifting you, looking up to you, existing in awe of how strong you are and how brave you are to go on this journey of creation, of love, of this natural flow into the birth of a life of your dreams, a life that is meant for you. Keep going, keep walking. You've got this. All right. I think that is it for you, group number 1. This was a beautiful reading, and as always, I am honored to channel these messages for you. Thank you. All right, my lovely human. If you'd like to be supported by me more deeply through powerful energy healing transmissions that serve as monthly anchor points to keep you grounded and aligned to your most fulfilling and abundant path, along with access to a growing collection of exclusive soulful pick-a-flower readings, I'd be honored to have you in the sacred space of my Little Flower Patreon community. My intention is for this space to be a spiritual lifeline to healing, clarity, and soul alignment. A sacred container that leaves you feeling free and safe to unfold into your most authentic and abundant nature. I've made this accessible at just $8 per month, intentionally so, as the number 8 symbolizes abundance, balance, and unity. If you feel called, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to the Little Flower YouTube channel, as all of these exchanges help not only for my channel growth, but for me to feel connected to the fabric of the community who finds their way into the energetic space I've created. Feel free to browse my single infinite prayer energy healing transmissions, check out my adorable merch featuring my bee and flowers logo and the phrase, "Hello, lovely human," and leave me a tip, or in other words, buy me a coffee if you feel called to. Everything you'll need is listed in the description box below. Last but not least, I have another YouTube channel called Soul Hearken, which is my heart and soul in video form. If you feel called to it, I'd be honored to have you over there as well. With so much gratitude, I send you prayers of happiness, peace, health, and wealth. You are honored and loved. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to the Little Flower. If you haven't been to my channel, my name is Krista, and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. So you chose group number 2 with the yellow Gerbera daisy, which is symbolic of optimism, joy, and inspiration, which is what I'd like to bring to you in this reading. And the prompt that came through for this reading is, you are a being of creation. Honor the timeline of the birth of your creation. So we are tapping into the timeline and the cycle of gestation and birth of what you're creating in your life, and we're bringing the messages that you need to hear within that context. So I'm pulling 5 cards from the Muse Tarot, and your first card is, interesting, the Devil. Second card is the 2 of Pentacles. Loving the color vibe so far. We've got and it matches our flowers over here, like reds and yellows. Ooh, nice. We have the 6 of materials, or the 6 of Pentacles in the center here. The 4 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. Heavy on the Pentacles materials element here. You are entering into the reciprocity of all of the intentions and actions that you put forward towards the dreams you're building, the reciprocity of the universe finally paying you back. However long you've been on this journey, however many seeds you've planted that you've tended to, however huge your garden that you have, however many seeds that you have planted and plants you've been tending to over time, the direct response from the universe tenfold is coming to you. And it will finally feel harmonized and balanced. Yes, this is how it's meant to feel. I've known all along, all of these seeds I've planted, all of my investments. Finally, I am seeing the fruits of my labor. I am seeing the natural consequences of tending to my garden. I know that this is how it's meant to be. So you are ready. You are ready to receive. You are not blocked from receiving right now. If you've had any questions or worries about that, I just want to put your heart at ease that when you start to receive the fruits of your labor, it will feel right. And you will not be one of those people who reject it subconsciously. You've done all of the work. You've tended to your garden so well. You've pulled out all of the weeds. Nothing can affect the beauty and the love and the abundance that is headed your way, because you've been so honed and you've been so focused and you've been so tuned into the natural flow and rhythm of things. Just because you've had worries, just because you've been human throughout the process, does not mean that you're going to block the flow of abundance that is going to naturally occur based off of your work and based off of your investments. It's only natural reciprocity that's coming in, and it's going to feel so right. It's going to feel more right than anything else before it. The strongest energy I'm getting here is a worry that you're not doing something right, or that you're going to make a misstep, or that something's not going to work out the way you'd hoped, or if it does work out the way you hoped, you're going to screw it up. Like with the Four of Cups here being about boredom, sometimes disappointment, sometimes looking at the, kind of looking at the dim side and not seeing the cup that's right in front of you. Like this girl, she's kind of focusing on these 3 cups, but she's not recognizing that she's sitting in this beautiful wellspring. It's that kind of vibe, especially also with the Devil card being here. The Devil card is a card of feeling chained to certain emotions that aren't serving you. It's a card of misperception. It's a card of, at times, deceit, or at times an energy that wants to get in the way of you feeling fulfilled. In this context, that's what it's coming through as. You're at that point of fulfillment, but yet you don't feel safe to receive. And that's the message, is that you're safe to receive. You're safe to receive the beautiful bounty that is yours. It is natural. My advice within this context is to do some internal work. It could be shadow work. It could be doing some digging and journaling. See, this is interesting. In the material realm, in what you're creating in this world, you've done all the work you need to do, and you're doing an amazing job, and that natural reciprocity is coming in. What the work you do need to do now is to focus on internal healing that will help you to feel worthy of the abundance, the prosperity, the love, the connection, the intimacy, whatever it is you're calling in, to feel truly worthy of it, and to truly believe in it, and to truly know that it's something that will stay in your life. It is trustworthy. This is the work you're being called to step into. It is deeply personal and intimate work with your own heart, your own soul, and your body. We store worry and pain and fear in our body, and I believe that you have some stuff to work through. Breath work is coming through as a powerful resource for you to clear away what is stagnant in your body. Anything that gets you in your body, exercise, yoga, running, Pilates, even meditation, doing body scan meditations, and if you notice an energy in your body, staying with it until it releases. There are just some things trapped that they're not holding you back. I see you moving forward, but like the energies that are coming through are like loving guides or angels that are really wanting you to bask in the glory and the beauty of what's rightfully coming to you, the blessings that are coming to you. They really want you to feel it. They want you to see it. They want you to celebrate it. They want you to feel worthy of it. They want you to let it in. And there's such a loving, warm hug coming in, just telling you, you are so worthy. Let it in. I promise you it's not going anywhere. You can trust this. It is safe. It is safe. It is safe to let this in. Yes. So I think with the Two of Pentacles being about balancing different tasks, your tasks are to continue to move forward with the seeds you've been planting, but to tend to your internal garden as well. And that has to be just as important as your other investments. We have the Three of Pentacles here, which typically is about collaboration. I'm feeling collaboration with spirit guides, with the universe, with God. there's a feeling of, if I focus too much on myself and my own healing, then what I'm creating in the world and what I'm walking towards in the world, or who I'm tending to, what I'm tending to, will feel neglected, or I will be neglecting it. So I have to focus all my energy into that. But you have so much help and support in the spirit realm to help you with that, to help you tend to all of that. So when you feel like you're neglecting something that you should be working on in favor of focusing on healing your internal body and your your ability to receive and to accept love and abundance into your life, the universe, your guides, if there's another person involved, their guides, God has it under control, always has it under control. You can surrender things for a little while. You can allow the co-gardeners of your creations, which are your spirit guides. You can even and this feels like asking for support, not only in spirit, but from the people around you, so that you can tend to that part of yourself. And it feels like people who really want to do it, who really want to support you and help you. And you can be honest and say, I really need to tend, and this is with people in your life, this is with your guides, however it feels right with God. I really want to tend to this part of me. Will you take care of my beloved creations in the meantime? And yes, you have so much support in that. You have so many energies and guides and spirits and angels and other people who are so overjoyed to bring you the support you need and to tend to the things that you can't because of this major priority, which is yourself and your soul and your heart and your ability to receive love. They're so willing to support you on that. You have so much support on that journey. So please let it be a priority. Don't make excuses. Don't let this little devil on your shoulder tell you that this isn't a priority, because this should be the number one priority. You, your health, your ability to feel joy, your ability to let the good into your life and allow it to stay. That's more important. Because what's the point of creating amazing things and having amazing intentions and building a beautiful home or family or building abundance if you can't fully experience it and let it in? So please, please, please know that this is your number one priority. You are your number one priority first and foremost, so that you can be, not only so that you can experience love in your life, but so that you can give it more fully. Alrighty, group number 2. Oh, and I love that you're group number 2. 2 is a number of unity, and I feel so much support around you. So many connections and people willing to help you, and spirits and guides and all that. So, alrighty, thank you so much, group number 2. As always, I am honored to channel these messages for you. Thank you so much. All right, my lovely human. If you'd like to be supported by me more deeply through powerful energy healing transmissions that serve as monthly anchor points to keep you grounded and aligned to your most fulfilling and abundant path, along with access to a growing collection of exclusive soulful pick a flower readings, I'd be honored to have you in the sacred space of my Little Flower Patreon community. My intention is for this space to be a spiritual lifeline to healing, clarity, and soul alignment. A sacred container that leaves you feeling free and safe to unfold into your most authentic and abundant nature. I've made this accessible at just $8 per month, intentionally so as the number 8 symbolizes abundance, balance, and unity. If you feel called, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to the Little Flower YouTube channel, as all of these exchanges help not only for my channel growth, but for me to feel connected to the fabric of the community who finds their way into the energetic space I've created. Feel free to browse my single infinite prayer energy healing transmissions, check out my adorable merch featuring my bee and flowers logo and the phrase, "Hello, lovely human," and leave me a tip, or in other words, buy me a coffee if you feel called to. Everything you'll need is listed in the description box below. Last but not least, I have another YouTube channel called Soul Hearken, which is my heart and soul in video form. If you feel called to it, I'd be honored to have you over there as well. With so much gratitude, I send you prayers of happiness, peace, health, and wealth. You are honored and loved. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to the Little Flower. If you haven't been to my channel, my name is Krista, and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. All right, so the prompt that came through for this reading is, you are a being of creation. Honor the timeline of the birth of your creations. So my intention for this is to simply tap into that natural gestation and birth period cycle of whatever it is you're walking towards in your life, and to give you the messages that you need right here, right now, in the context of that. So it's going to be different for everybody, what you're creating, but these messages hopefully will resonate with all of you. So you chose group number 3, which is a beautiful number of expansion. So that could be a nice sign for you, something growing, something expanding. And you chose the yellow Gerbera daisy, and yellow Gerbera daisies are symbolic of optimism, joy, and inspiration, which is what I want to bring to you today. So we are pulling 5 cards from the Muse Tarot, and your cards are nice: the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Voices, the 5 of Wands, the 2 of Swords, number 20 with Awakening or the Judgment card, and the Queen of Cups or the Queen of Emotions. Nice. The 2 of Swords is the card that is speaking to me first. It is a card of indecision. It is a card of a fork in the road. It is a card of inner conflict. But the true message of the card is to trust your instincts, to close your eyes to what's going on around you and listen to the voice within. A lot of times with the 2 of Swords, we end up making decisions that are not logical, that are not rational, that don't make sense to the mind, but that make sense to the soul, the body, and the heart. So this could be one of those moments in your life where you are at the precipice of change or a big decision, and your message here is to make that decision that comes from that instinct, that soul, and to not worry about the logic behind it. You are trusting, you are free falling into the divine's arms. We have the number 20, the Awakening card or the Judgment card, which is a card of resurrection. It's a card of a great awakening. It's a card of eyes opened. So it's giving the juxtaposition of closing your eyes, going within, making a decision, acting on that decision from that instinctual place, and then your eyes being opened to just how much the divine has your back, just how much you are supported when you follow your soul's destiny, when you follow your heart's truest desires, when you follow the inner instinct and the inner compass that you possess as a fixture of your soul. You are being awakened to how much support is there when you do that. So the Queen of Emotions or the Queen of Cups is a card of an open heart. It's someone with compassion and love. It's someone who can exist in unconditional love for the whole of humanity. It's a card of a deep, powerful, reciprocal connection to one's own intuitive nature, a deep honor and reverence for, how do I put it, the dream life, to the sanctity of the dream world and the truth that can be found there. this is the space you're entering into. You're entering into a place where you will no longer question your intuition, and you will no longer question your footsteps below you, the path below you, the one that was rolled out before you by the divine. I believe you're someone who follows your soul first and foremost. And if you haven't been thus far, you will be. You are going to be proven time and time and time again that when you follow your intuition, despite negative voices around you, despite people who doubt you, despite people who think that you are crazy or think that you are out of your mind or irresponsible for following the whims of your spirit. You are going to consistently prove these people wrong, because you are going to be the one living in joy and freedom, creating joy and freedom in your life. And they're going to be the ones staying stuck in the limiting voices that hold them back and that keep them from their expansion and their joy. I know what it feels like to move forward in life from a place of soul and to constantly be questioned by the people around you, whether what you're doing makes any sense or whether it is a valid path. But how are we to evolve as human beings if we only follow the set paths that have been created before us? The people who are looked up to across history are the ones who paved their own way, the ones who spoke out against injustice, the ones who may have been shunned even, may have even been martyred in their lives because of what they believed and what they walked towards. But we look back and we see them as powerful agents of necessary change to honor the human soul and to free other people. I'm not saying that, you very well could have a revolutionary energy that you want to activate in your life. You could be an activist. But my point is, you stepping into your truest power, which is your intuition, your voice, your compassion, your love, and acting from that place, moving forward in your life from that place, is the most honorable thing you can do. And damned anybody who tells you that it's invalid. You move forward on your journey in your way and trust in who you are. Trust the footsteps below you. And if you haven't seen the proof yet, it is coming. And everyone will see it too. And they'll be the ones in this 20 awakening energy, this judgment card energy. You will open eyes that sometimes taking the road less traveled is worth it. So over here, I was kind of reading these three cards through that. Over here, we have the Ace of Swords and the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is a card of conflict. And in this one in particular, there are five of the same woman here. And it's like she's kind of floating around, lots of options, makes sense with the Two of Swords, looking in different mirrors, questioning herself. It's almost like every single mirror is valid, and her voice can be heard and felt in every single mirror, but yet she's questioning it. Do I listen to this part of me, this part of me, this part of me? Is this right? When it's all right, every bit of it's right. Or it could even be, if we're looking at it in another way, it could be looking outward because there are clouds. It's like looking outside of yourself for validation, looking around you to the people around you and their reflections to affirm what you know to be true. But again, with that Two of Swords, I really feel like this is a decision you're making based off of your soul, and you might not get that external validation that you think you need, but you don't need. The Ace of Swords is a card about epiphanies. It's a card about truth, one's own voice. It's literally the Ace of Voices. I just feel like your voice is a little scattered and we need to hone in. And that's where this going internal. The Two of Swords, the the person or people on the cards always have, you never see their eyes. They're always blindfolded. And you're really truly meant to stop looking all around you, looking for validation, looking for support, looking for answers, looking for something to tell you you're making the right choice. Because you're not going to find it outside of you. You're just not. Even if other people are validating that choice, the weird choice, even if you do find someone to validate it, it's not going to mean the same as you validating yourself. You have to validate yourself. You have to back yourself, and you have to surrender to God, to the universe, when you make that decision, and just surrender and trust. And again, I'm repeating, you will be proven right, and the universe will come in and powerfully support you in your decision, and you will be eyes open. Wow, I have all the support I need. I always have in following this path. And continuously, time and time again, anytime you come to a crossroads like this and you make that decision to follow soul, you will be proven time and time again that you're safe in doing so, and that the divine is guiding you. There's something more with this Ace of Swords card. There's a message that wants to come through the card itself. We have an owl here. This could be a spirit guide that wants to speak to you right now. Also, you do have access to spirit guides. You do have access to your guardian angels, to spirit, to God, to the universe, to validate you in this instinctual decision. And that will be powerful. But again, it's still got to be backed by you and your soul, ultimately. That's the origin, that's the core of the next step. So this is a divine self-trust that you're stepping into. And the more you act on this divine self-trust, the more you strengthen it, the more you root it, the more you trust it over time. And the less you will exist in this confusing, looking outside yourself for support and validation kind of energy. You'll just trust, and you'll know, and you won't question yourself. You have so much support. The message is coming through this card is, and it feels like it's coming from a spirit guide, but take this how it resonates. No matter what decision you make, I am with you. I will always be with you. Think about, what would you regret more? Listening to others and making logical decisions, or following your gut, following your soul? Even if it doesn't work out the way you thought, what would you regret more? Follow your soul, follow your gut, follow your instinct. Follow the epitome of who you are. Listen to the core of you. You know the answer. Walk forward in that. And if you don't know the answer yet, please shut away external voices. Stop listening to readings. Stop seeking guidance from other people. Shut all those voices out and go within and wait for that ping. Wait for that answer. Wait for that epiphany. Wait for it. It will come. But it's only coming from you. Because you are a powerful source of insight. You're a powerful source of inspiration. You're a powerful source of guidance. Again, the compass of your soul. It is a fixture of your soul, and you can trust it. Go within and find that answer, because it is there, I promise you. And when you find it, you will know. And it may be scary walking forward and making that decision, and it may not make any logical sense. And you may not think you have the resources. You may not think you have the support. But trust me, you will. Trust yourself. You will have all the support you need when you follow your soul's nudgings and your soul's calling. Always, always, always. All right, group number 3. That 3 is really ringing in my ear when I say it. 3, again, is a number of expansion, things growing in your life. And I really think if you make this next step in your life from this place of soul, you will be in awe of what expands out in front of you. I'm seeing someone take a step forward and a field of flowers just like rolling out around them, and the world opening up, and clouds all around, and everything expanding, and feeling in this whole new space of freedom and enlightenment. That is where you're headed if you follow your soul. So, alrighty. Thank you so much, group number 3. I am honored by your presence. I am honored to channel these messages, and I hope I see you in another one. Bye. All right, my lovely human. If you'd like to be supported by me more deeply through powerful energy healing transmissions that serve as monthly anchor points to keep you grounded and aligned to your most fulfilling and abundant path, along with access to a growing collection of exclusive soulful pick-a-flower readings, I'd be honored to have you in the sacred space of my Little Flower Patreon community. My intention is for this space to be a spiritual lifeline to healing, clarity, and soul alignment. A sacred container that leaves you feeling free and safe to unfold into your most authentic and abundant nature. I've made this accessible at just $8 per month, intentionally so as the number 8 symbolizes abundance, balance, and unity. If you feel called, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to the Little Flower YouTube channel, as all of these exchanges help not only for my channel growth, but for me to feel connected to the fabric of the community who finds their way into the energetic space I've created. Feel free to browse my single infinite prayer energy healing transmissions, check out my adorable merch featuring my bee and flowers logo and the phrase, "Hello, lovely human," and leave me a tip, or in other words, buy me a coffee if you feel called to. Everything you'll need is listed in the description box below. Last but not least, I have another YouTube channel called Soul Hearken, which is my heart and soul in video form. If you feel called to it, I'd be honored to have you over there as well. With so much gratitude, I send you prayers of happiness, peace, health, and wealth. You are honored and loved.